Okay, good morning, students. Now, let us discuss next chapter, that is current electricity. Current electricity. Okay, so in electrostatics, electrostatic is a branch of physics deals with charges at rest. In this case, current electricity is the branch of physics deals with charges in motion. Charges in motion. So it is very important and very useful in competitive exams and also theory exams. So what is meant by current? Already we know current. Generally, what is meant by current? The rate of flow of charges is called electric current. The rate of flow of charges is called electric current. Simply, I is equal to, electric current is equal to Q by T. Q by T. The rate of flow of charges is called electric current, that is I is equal to Q by T. So rate is nothing but what? Time. So in SI system, charge, coulomb, time, second. So in SI system, so what is the SI unit? Coulomb per second or ampere? Ampere. See, 1 ampere is equal to 1 coulomb by 1 second. 1 coulomb by 1 second. Okay. See, definition of ampere. Definition of ampere. Definition of ampere. The electric current is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charge flows to the conductor in 1 second. In 1 second. So that is called simply definition of ampere. So 1 ampere means 1 coulomb by 1 second. That is, electric current is said to be 1 ampere if 1 coulomb of charge flows to the conductor in 1 second. In 1 second. That is nothing but ampere. So, electric current, please remember it, students, electric current is a fundamental quantity. It is not a derived quantity. It is a fundamental quantity. So, dimensional formula for electric current, dimensional formula for electric current is nothing but I or A. This is the dimensional formula for electric current. Okay. Because of it is a which quantity? Fundamental quantity. Okay. So now electric current. Electric, it is a scalar. It is a scalar. It is a scalar quantity. Electric current is a scalar quantity. However, it's having magnitude and direction also. But it is a scalar because it does not obey the vector addition. It does not obey the parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition, students. So it is a scalar quantity. It's having magnitude like this. This is the magnitude. And what is the direction of electric current? The direction of electric current, conventionally, the direction of flow of positive charges. The direction of flow of positive charges indicates direction of electric current. Direction of electric current. See, so it's having magnitude and also direction. What is the direction of electric current? Conventionally, the flow of positive charges. The direction of flow of positive charges indicates direction of electric current. Direction of electric current. That is from positive terminal to negative terminal. Positive terminal to negative terminal. See dear students, like this. This is a small conductor. The two ends of the conductor connected by a battery. positive terminal, negative terminal. So like this, this is the direction of electric current. Direction of electric current. Positive terminal to negative terminal. Conventionally, the direction of electric current is flow of positive ions moving. Flow of positive ions moving. Okay, so electric current having magnitude and also direction, but it is a scalar quantity because of it does not obey the vector addition, law of vector addition. That is parallelogram law of vector addition. For example, see dear students, so this is one conductor, this is also one conductor. So it carries a current I1, it carries a current I2. So they are meet at a point like this P. It is nothing but a junction. It will be a junction. So then after the total current is moving in this way. Total current is equal to what? I1 plus I2. I1 plus I2. So I1 is the one conductor like this. I2 is the, of course, this is one conductor carry a current of I1. This is another conductor carry a current of I2. So between the angle is theta. The total current is independent on angle. Whatever may be angle, current will be same. Suppose, dear students, I1 equal to 5 ampere, I2 is equal to 10 ampere. So 10 ampere current carries in this way and 5 ampere current carries in this way. Total current will be joined at P. P is called junction. So then after total current carries in this way, that is I is equal to what? 5 plus 10, that is equal to 15 amps current passing through this conductor. Passing through in this way. So whatever may be angle, total current is what? 15 only. 15 ampere only. So it is independent on angle. Okay. But according to, it does not obey the law of parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. In case of parallelogram law of vector addition, dear students, already we know resultant vector R is equal to square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So P comma Q are two vectors. The resultant vector is depends upon angle between P and Q. Okay, that's why R is the vector quantity. R is a vector. So in this case, the resultant current is independent on angle. Independent on angle. Whatever may be the angle between I1 and I2, that is 30, 45, 60, 90, whatever it. Okay, it is independent on angle. That's why electric current is a scalar quantity. Electric current is a scalar quantity. Okay. So now, suppose students, so let us consider two spherical conductors like this. This is one spherical conductor mounted on the insulating stand. This is another spherical conductor mounted on the insulating stand. So these are the two spherical conductors A and B. Charged at different potentials. Charged at different potentials. So suppose it is high potential. A is high potential. B is low potential, suppose low potential. So let us consider a simple, just a small note like this. This is a small note 1. So let us consider two spherical conductors mounted on the two insulating stands. These are the insulating stand. This is also insulating stand. Okay. So mounted on the insulating stands. Okay. These two spherical conductors are charged by two different potentials. So these two spherical conductors are kept nearer to it, but some gap is there. So in this case, there is no flow of charges from one body to another body. Why? Because there is a gap between them. That is, there is a insulator. There is a insulator between the two conductors. So that is air. Air is the insulator. That's why charges does not flow from one body to another body. Suppose students, a wire is connected, a conducting wire is connected between two spherical conductors. Then charges flows from body A to body B. That is, charges always flowing from higher potential region to lower potential region until their potential becomes equal. Okay. So whenever a wire is connected between these two bodies, charges flows from higher potential body to lower potential body. That means current flows from higher potential region to lower potential region. Okay. See dear students, suppose, so let us consider in this case, let us consider a small conductor like this. This is the spherical conductor. The two ends of the conductor connected by a battery like this. V be the voltage. V be the voltage of the battery, of course. So in this case, current will be flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal. Positive terminal to negative terminal. So continuously, it is a steady current. In this case, the current will flow continuously because of battery is there. Because of some battery is there. So battery or cell gives continuous charges. So the charges flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal, students. So the arrow mark indicates direction of conventional current. Please remember it, students. Arrow mark indicates direction of conventional current. The direction of electric current or electronic current is opposite to the conventional current. What is meant by electronic current? Flow of electrons. Flow of negative charges moving. In a conductor, so positive ions and negative ions are moving oppositively. See dear students, conventional current moving from positive terminal to negative terminal. That indicates positive ions moving. What is the direction of electronic current? Electronic current means what? Flow of negative ions moving. That is flow of electrons. The flow of electrons in this case moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. That current is known as electronic current. Conventional current, electronic current both are in opposite. Both are moving in opposite direction. So please remember it. That is the important one. Okay. The direction of conventional current from positive terminal to negative terminal, that is indicated by an arrow. Like this. What is the direction of electronic current? That is flow of electrons in the conductor. That is negative terminal to positive terminal. Conventional current, electronic current, both are in opposite direction. Okay. See, generally lightning is the natural phenomenon. Lightning. So during the formation of course thunders, of course lightning will be generated. So lightning is the natural phenomena where the charges flows from clouds to earth through the atmosphere. But it is not a steady. Current. Okay. So during the formation of thunders, so lightning will be generated. The flow of current from clouds to earth is the order of giga amperes. Very huge amount of charges transferred at the situation. Okay. So steady current gives a torch. For example, a torch gives steady current. Or a cell driven into wall clock. A cell-driven wall clock gives a steady current. Okay. So for example, this is one important note, students. That is note 2. This is note 1. Okay. Suppose, dear students, this is the, of course, one conductor like this. This is one conductor. In this positive charges are moving from left to right, that is in forward direction. This is the positive ions moving. Positive ions moving from left to right. The total charge of positive ions is Q1. The total charge of positive ions is, of course, Q1 in a time interval T1. In a time interval, I will take T. So, dear students, let us consider a conductor. Inside the conductor, positive ions moving from left to right. Please remember it. In a time interval T. What is the current in this case? What is the current in this case? In this case, current I is equal to Q1 by T. Q1 by T. Please remember it. Total current is I is equal to Q1 by T. At the same instant of time, at the same time interval, negative ions, suppose negative ions also moving from left to right. Please remember it. Both are moving from left to right. Okay, this is the negative charges moving from left to right. In this case, current is what? I is equal to, these are the negative charges. So, minus Q. Total current, of course, total negative charges is Q2. Total negative ions or negative charges are Q2. In a same time interval T. In a same time interval T, these negative charges also moving from left to right. So, in this case, electric current is what? Q2 by T. Q2 by T. Total current in the conductor I is equal to like this. Suppose I will take, this is I1, this is I2. I1 plus I2. I is equal to, I1 is equal to what? Q1 by T plus I2 is equal to what? Minus Q2 by T. Then I is equal to Q1 by T minus Q2 by T. So ultimately I is equal to Q1 minus Q2 by T. This is the total current in the conductor. Please remember it. Q1 be the positive ions, Q2 be the negative ions, which are moving from left to right in the same time interval. In the same time interval, total current is equal to what? Q1 minus Q2 by T. Okay, clear. This is important. So by using this formula to solve the one numerical problem. Okay. So then after, next note 3, another note. This is also important one. Suppose let us consider a conductor. So this is left side, this is right side. So positive ions moving from left to right. These are the positive ions moving from left to right. Same charges, that is Q1 be the total charge in a time interval is what? T. At the same time interval, negative ions moving from right to left, that is reverse. Okay, total charge is what? Minus Q2 because of negative sign, negative charges. Okay, in the same time interval, that is T with the time interval, the same time interval. In this case, current I1 is equal to, I1 is the positive ions moving from left to right, that is Q1 by T. I2 is equal to minus Q2 by T. Minus Q2 by T. Negative sign, these are the negative charges moving from like this, right to left. So total current is equal to I1 minus I2 because positive charge is moving left to right, negative charge is moving opposite direction. So that's why I will take negative. In this case, both are in same direction, then I will take positive. They can be added. In this case, the two currents are subtracted. Then I is equal to, I1 is what? Q1 by T minus I2 is what? Minus Q2 by T. Total current is equal to what? Q1 plus Q2 by T. Q1 plus Q2 by T. Then finally I is equal to, of course, I will take direct, this is the, okay, so this is the total current. I is equal to Q1 minus or minus plus, T is the LCM, Q1 plus Q2 by T. So this is also very most important, students. So total current in this case, I is equal to Q1 plus Q2 by T. Okay. Generally, in home appliance, in home appliance, like current is the order of amperes. Current is the order of amps. Flow of current is the order of amps. In electronic circuits, current is the order of milliamps to microamps. Milliampere to microamperes. In our nervous, that is in our human body, flow of current is the order of microamps. Flow of current is the order of microamps. Okay. So now mechanism of next topic, mechanism of electric current in a metallic conductors. Mechanism of electric current in a metallic conductors. So generally all metals are good conductors. Suppose let us consider a metallic conductor like this. This is a metallic conductor. So this is inside the metal. Number of atoms or ions are there. In case of metals, atoms are strongly bonded to each other. However, some electrons are detached from the, so of course, nucleus. These are free electrons. These free electrons are also known as valence electrons. In case of metallic conductors, valence electrons conduct electricity. So this is the metallic conductor. So there is no potential difference applied. So there is no electric field. So this is the metallic conductor. So what is the current in the conductor is zero, because in case of metallic conductors, number of free electrons are there. These number of free electrons are moving randomly like this and collide with the positive ions or walls of the conductor or neighboring atoms, whatever it. There is no in particular direction. There is no in a particular direction of electric current. That's why net electric current in the metallic conductor is zero. Net electric current is equal to what? Net current is I is equal to 0. See, this is the metallic conductor, students. Okay, inside the conductor, number of free electrons are there. These free electrons are moving randomly and collide with the positive ions or walls of the container or neighboring atoms. In each and every collision, the direction of charges changes. Okay, so there is no in particular way. There is no in particular direction. So that's why total current, net current inside the conductor is 0. Inside the conductor is 0. Okay. Next, suppose dear students, a positive disc and a negatively charged disc attached ends of the cylindrical conductor. So like this is the cylindrical. I will take one cylindrical conductor. This is the cylindrical conductor like this. Cylindrical conductor. One positive plate, there is a positive charged disc and a negatively charged disc attached. Negatively charged disc attached at the ends of the cylindrical conductor. Whenever a positively charged disc and a negatively charged disc attached at the ends of the cylindrical conductor, so electric field will be established. See, positive and negative plate, electric field is there. The direction of electric field is from positive to negative direction. From positive charges to negative. Okay, so whenever the electric field will be established, whenever the two plates are added to the ends of the conductor, electric field will be established. So then, due to this electric field, electrons are drifted or electrons are moving. There is no random direction. So whenever electric field will be established inside the conductor, so the electrons are moving in a direction opposite to the field. So this is the flow of electrons. This is the flow of electrons. So these random motion is changes like this. So whenever electric field will be applied across the ends of the conductor, so electrons are drifted and electrons are moving in a direction opposite to the field. This is the positive plate, then the negative electrons are attracted. So then all electrons reaches the positive end, then the positive charges are neutralized. Positive charges are neutralized. After that, there is no flow of current. After that, there is no flow of current in the conductor. So a small time interval charges flow in this conductor. So moreover, a battery is applied. A battery is applied like this. This is the conductor. Okay, the two ends of the conductor, cylinder conductor, a battery is connected. A battery is connected across a battery or cell or dynamo is whatever it is connected across the ends of the conductor. Battery gives continuous supply of charges. So that's why charges moving from continuously. Charges moving from continuously like this. Of course, electrons are moving from that is negative terminal. This is the negative terminal. Of course, the negative terminal connected to this end, this side. Positive terminal connected to this side. So this is the positively charged. This side negatively charged. Then electrons are drifted from negative to positive. Electrons are moving from so negative side to positive side. This is the direction of electricity. So velocity of the electron is like this v. So electrons are moving whenever a battery or dynamo or cell, whatever is connected across the ends of the conductor. So electrons are drifted or electrons are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. Negative terminal to positive terminal. So battery gives continuous supply of charges. So that's why it's moving continuously. It's moving continuously. That indicates flow of current in the conductor. That indicates flow of current in the conductor. Okay. See, so dear students, in this case, this is the first diagram. First diagram, there is no external electric field. There is no field. There is no field. So then electrons are moving randomly and collide with each other due to their thermal energies. Due to their thermal energies. Thermal energy depends upon temperature. Temperature of the conductor increases, thermal energy also increases. That's why velocity of the electrons also increases. That velocity is called thermal velocity. That velocity is called thermal velocity. Thermal velocity. Thermal velocity is the order of 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. 10 to the power of 5. Thermal velocity is the order of 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Due to these thermal velocities, all electrons are moving and collide with each other. Of course, and also collide with positive ions or walls of the container or neighboring atoms. However, there is no particular direction of electrons. That's why total current in the conductor will be 0. Okay. So like this. See dear students, this is not a thermal velocity, thermal speed. This is nothing but thermal speed. Thermal speed is the order of 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Thermal velocity is 0. Thermal velocity is 0 because velocity is nothing but displacement by time. Speed is distance traveled by time. So thermal speed is there, is the order of 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Thermal speed is due to thermal energy of the electrons. Okay, thermal speed is the order of 10 to the power of 5 meter per second. Okay, thermal velocity is what? Thermal velocity is equal to 0. Okay, thermal velocity of the electron is equal to 0. Okay, because of there is no particular direction, ultimately electrons are only consisted in this conductor. So there is no particular direction. Net velocity is equal to, ultimately there is nothing but thermal velocity equal to 0. Okay, so whenever a positive plate and negative plate will be added or attached at the ends, electrons acquired some more velocity in addition to that of thermal speed. So electrons drifted at the situation, electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. Opposite to the field, like this. Opposite to the field. So in this case, electron having thermal speed and also having drift speed, that is drift velocity. Drift velocity. Okay. See, so dear students, so what is meant by drift velocity? Drift velocity. What is meant by drift velocity? Drift velocity represented by letter is what? Vd. Drift velocity is represented by letter Vd. So drift velocity means the average velocity of the electron, in which the average velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. Opposite to the field. So that is called drift velocity. Drift velocity. Please remember it, students. Whenever a battery or electric field will be applied across the ends of the conductor, electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. Opposite the field. So electrons are moving. Generally, in the absence of electric field, electrons are moving with thermal speed. So whenever the electric field will be applied, electrons are moving not only thermal speed but also drift velocity. So more velocity will be added. So more velocity will be added to the average speed. That is thermal speed. Then electrons are moving in a direction opposite to the field. The average velocity of the electron in which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field, that is called drift velocity. That is a very, very most important definition. Drift velocity means the average velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. Opposite to the field. That is called drift velocity. So average thermal velocity, average thermal velocity is what? 0. Average thermal velocity is equal to what? 0. Na? So average drift velocity not equal to 0. Average drift velocity acquired by the electron whenever electric field will be applied only. There is no electric field, there is no drift velocity. Okay. See, please remember it. Initially, average thermal velocity is equal to what? 0. This is the thermal velocity. After application of electric field, drift velocity is equal to like this. Vd be the drift velocity. Okay. So, during the motion of the electrons from like this negative plate to positive plate, so electrons are collide to each other. However, electrons are collide to each other. Even though electric field will be applied, electrons are collide to each other and also moving opposite to the direction of electric field. However, the motion will be zigzag like this. The motion will be zigzag motion. Ultimately, electrons moving from opposite to the electric field. Opposite to the electric field with the velocity Vd. With the velocity Vd. Okay. See, using the equation of motion, V is equal to U plus A tau. Like V is equal to U plus A. equation of motion formula. By using this, V is equal to V is the drift velocity of the average drift velocity of the electron, U be the average thermal velocity initially. So then after application of electric field, so electrons will accelerate. So A be the acceleration of the electron. So tau be the relaxation time. So what is meant by relaxation time in this case? Relaxation time. So relaxation time tau. Relaxation time means the time interval between any two successive collisions. The time interval between any two successive collisions is called relaxation time. Please remember it, students. During the motion, that is, the electrons are moving in a direction opposite to the field. Each electron collide with the neighboring electron or positive ions or walls of the container. However, electrons are moving opposite to the field, that is towards positive plate. The motion is, of course, zigzag. In this case, motion is random, but there is no particular direction. Whenever the electric field will be applied, the motion will be zigzag. However, electrons moving in a direction opposite the field. Finally, negative terminal to positive terminal. That is, negative side to positive side. Electrons are moving. Okay. So now, drift velocity of the electron Vd is equal to U plus A tau. So Vd is equal to, so initial thermal velocity is what? 0 plus acceleration. Whenever electric field will be applied, electrons are accelerated. Okay, so A is equal to F by M into tau. So Vd is equal to, F is nothing but E or EQ. F is equal to EQ. So, of course, I will say negative sign because of E be the charge of the electron. Charge of the electron will be negative. Then, like this. This is the drift velocity of the electron. Vd is equal to E by M into tau. Okay. So whenever electric field will be applied, so some force will be acting. That is, these are all charged particles. Whenever a charged particle kept inside the electric field, some force will be acting on it. That is electrostatic force. Already we know. So the direction of electrostatic force in case of negative ions is opposite to the direction of electric field. So this is the direction of force. So acting on the electrons, this is the direction of electric field. Now drift velocity is equal to minus E tau by M, where M is the mass of the electron, students, and tau be the relaxation time. What is meant by relaxation time? The relaxation time means the time interval between any two successive collisions is called relaxation time. So please remember it. This is the drift velocity. That's very most important. Vd is equal to minus E tau by M. Okay. Negative sign indicates drift velocity of the electron is opposite to the direction of electric field. Okay. Now, in case of metallic conductors, current carriers are free electrons. That is in solids, very most important bits. In metallic conductors, that is solids, charge carriers are free electrons. This is the very most important one mark bit. In metallic conductors, there is solids. In case of solids, atoms are strongly bonded to each other. However, inside the atom, the last outermost electron is nothing but valence electron. it is loosely bound to the nucleus. Already we know these free electron conduct electricity. So the free electrons or valence electrons conduct electricity in case of metallic conductors, that is solids. In metallic conductors, charge carriers are free electrons. So in liquids, that is electrolytes, in liquids there is electrolyte, there is electrolytes, that is electrolytic solutions such as NaCl. NaCl. Charge carriers are, for example, NaCl. Charge carriers are positive and negative ions. Very most important. In case of liquids such as electrolytes, there is NaCl solutions, charge carriers are positive and negative ions. In case of liquids, there is Na plus Cl minus. Na plus Cl minus. Charge carrier in liquids. In case of liquids, there is electrolytes. Charge carriers are positive and negative ions. Positive and negative ions. In case of gases, charge carriers are positive ions and electrons. In case of gases, charge carriers are positive ions and electrons. In case of gases such as discharge tubes like gas. In case of gases, charge carriers are positive ions and electrons. Example like discharge tubes. Okay. In case of semiconductors, charge carriers are holes and electrons. This is also very most important, students. So in case of gases, charge carriers are positive ions and electrons. In case of semiconductors, charge carriers are holes and electrons. So in case of semiconductors, current flows due to holes and electrons. Hole is positively charged, electron negatively charged. Okay, so these 4 points are very most important. In case of metallic conductors, charge carriers are free electrons. In case of liquids, there is electrolytic solutions such as NaCl like that. Charge carriers are positive and negative ions. In case of gases, charge carriers are positive ions and electrons. In case of semiconductors, charge carriers are holes and electrons. Charge carriers means to carry the charge. Which particles to carry the charge? In case of semiconductors, holes and electrons. Okay. So now expression for electric current in terms of drift velocity. So this is the very most important 3 marks. Expression for electric current. In terms of drift velocity. Expression for electric current in terms of drift velocity. So very most important, students. See, let us consider a conductor like this. This is the conductor. A be the area of cross section of the conductor. A be the area of cross section of the conductor. Okay. L be the length of the conductor. L be the length of the conductor. The two ends of the conductor connected by a battery. This is positive terminal. This is the negative terminal. Positive and negative terminal. V be the applied voltage. So whenever a voltage will be or battery will be added, or a battery or voltage will be applied across the ends of the conductor, electric field will be established. Electric field will be established inside the conductor. This is the direction of electric field from positive to negative. Positive to negative. So whenever electric field will be established inside the conductor, so electrons are drifted like this. Electrons are drifted with a velocity Vd. Vd be the drift velocity of the electron. So electrons are moving from opposite to the field. Opposite to the field. That indicates flow of current. That indicates flow of current. Okay. Suppose the conductor having inside the conductor number of electrons are n. N be the number of electrons. N be the number of electrons. So inside the conductor n be the number of electrons. The total electrons are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal whenever potential difference will be applied across the ends. Potential difference applied across the ends. So total charge of the conductor. Total charge of the conductor Q is equal to Ne. Q is equal to N into E. So total charge of the conductor Q is equal to what? N number of electrons. E be the charge of the each electron. E be the charge of the each electron. So total charge of the conductor Q is equal to Ne. N number of electrons inside the conductor. E be the charge of each electron. Then multiply with the N into E. Then I will, of course, we will take total charge. Total charge Q is equal to Ne. Q is equal to, this is the total charge of the conductor. Okay. See dear students, suppose V be the volume of the conductor. V be the volume of the conductor. So N is the small n is the number density. Number density means number of electrons per unit volume. Number of electrons per unit volume, students. See, N be the number density of the electrons inside the conductor. Number density means number of electrons per unit volume. So N is equal to number of electrons is equal to small n into V. Small n into V. Where N number density, that is number of electrons per unit volume, into V. So N, capital N is what? Capital N is the number of electrons. So number of electrons. Number of electrons. Number of electrons. N is equal to N into V. Small n, number density. Okay. Substituting N value in this. So Q is equal to total charge is equal to N is what? NV. NV into E. Okay. So Q is equal to number density into V, volume of the conductor. Volume A into N into E. Okay. A, area of the conductor. L, length of the conductor. Area into L, volume. So this is the total charge of the conductor. So I want electric current. So electric current is nothing but the rate of flow of charge is called electric current. Therefore I is equal to Q is what? N A L E divided by T. that is T. L by T, so total length by time, that is nothing but velocity. I is equal to NAV be the drift velocity of the electron. So NAVD into E. So in this case, dear students, velocity is equal to distance or length by time. So this is the electric current in terms of drift velocity. In terms of drift velocity, this is a very, very most important one. So I is equal to NAVE. I is equal to NAVE, where N number density, that means number of electrons per unit volume. A be the area of cross section of the conductor. VD drift velocity of the electrons. E be the charge of the each electron. Okay, this is the very, very most important. Next, small note. See, I be the current, electric current. So I by, on cross multiplication, I by A is equal to, so N VD into E or NEVD, whatever it. NEVD is the drift velocity. So I by A, the ratio of current per unit area is called current density. I by A, on cross multiplication, students, I by A is equal to NEVD. This is called, the ratio of current per unit area is called current density, like this. Current density. Current density represented by letter J. J is equal to NEVD. Okay, this is what? J. So current density is nothing but current per unit area. Current per unit area. So current density is equal to NEVD. So current density is a vector quantity. So it is a vector. It is a vector. So the direction of, it is a vector, the direction of current density along with the direction of current. Current and current density both are in same direction. Both are in the same direction. So, but current is a scalar, current density is a vector. Current density is a vector. So it is a vector quantity. Current density J. J is equal to NEVD, where the VD is the drift velocity. Current density means simply current per unit area. Current density is equal to current per unit area. SI unit, ampere per meter square. Ampere per meter square. Dimensional formula, ampere, that is I. Meter square, that is L power 2. That is equal to I power 1, L power minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for current density. Current density, like a small thickness. Current density. Simply current per unit area. Okay. Current per unit area. This is a very, very most important expression for electric field in terms of drift velocity. In terms of drift velocity. And drift velocity definition also very, very most important. Drift velocity means the average velocity of the electron in which, the average velocity with which electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. Next one, mobility. So what is meant by mobility? This is also very most important definition, represented by letter mu. Mobility. Simply drift velocity under electric field. Drift velocity under electric field is called mobility. Suppose already we know this is a conductor, the two ends of the conductor connected by a battery. So whenever electric field will be applied across the ends of the conductor, so electrons are drifted in a direction opposite to the field. So whenever electric field will be applied, electrons are drifted Electrons are moving with velocity Vd in a direction opposite to the field. Simply that is nothing but mobility. Mobility is nothing but mobility means drift velocity under electric field is called drift velocity of the electron under electric field is called mobility. Mobility means the ratio of drift velocity to that electric field. Okay, drift velocity per unit electric field is called mobility. This is the mobility. What is the SI unit of mobility? Drift velocity under electric field is called mobility. So SI unit meter per second, that is the SI unit of velocity divided by electric field. Volt per meter or Newton per coulomb? Volt per meter. Okay. So like this, meter square, second inverse, volt inverse, like this. That is the mobility. Okay, this is the mobility. SI unit of mobility like this, meter square, second inverse, voltage inverse. Okay, dimensional formula. Dimensional formula for mobility. Dimensional formula for mobility. Okay. See, mobility is equal to what? Simple. So, velocity by electric field. So, velocity by electric field. See, F is equal to EQ. E is equal to F by Q. E is equal to what? F by Q. Like this. F by Q. So velocity LT power minus 1 into Q, I into T. I into T. See dear students, I is equal to Q by T. Q is equal to what? I into T. Q is equal to I into T. I, dimensional formula is nothing but I. T, time, dimensional formula is what? T, capital T. So divided by force, F is equal to MA. So, L T power minus 2. Okay. So, when L cancel out. Next one, of course, T minus T also cancel out. Then ultimately, M power minus 1. L power 0. There is no L. L power 0. T power 2. I power 1. This is the dimensional formula for mobility. Dimensional formula for mobility. Okay. So M power minus 1. So 1 by M is nothing but M power minus 1. So in this case, there is no L. L power 0. T power 1 by T power minus 2 is nothing but T power 2. I power 1. Okay. This is the dimensional formula for mobility. Okay. Okay, thank you to students.